So today we are going to start Azure board, right?
Okay.
So till now we have studied about the project management. We can create the pipelines. We can create how we can automate our entire process. How we can automate Azure DevOps, manage Azure through the DevOps tools. Correct? No, Ansible, Jenkins, pipelines. All you know, and you also know how to manage your project through the pipelining. Correct?
Correct.
You can divide into different. But what if you are not a technical person? You are simply a manager and you want to see the status of your project, your entire overall project. Correct? So here a pipeline would tell you the part of your own chunk or own unit that you are working on, right?
Okay.
But what a project manager need? He need a overall status of the entire project. Correct?
Correct.
So a project could be divided on different parts. Correct? Would be divided into different stages. Every stages would have its own challenges, own team working on. Someone would be assigned to this. So this entire process, this entire timeline, how he can see on one dashboard, right? So that's what we would be doing under what? Azure boards. Correct? So Azure board would help us to prepare this entire dashboard. But before we get into this dashboard and I start telling you what all you can do here, you need to understand what all methodology we are using or we have been using in the project development, right? On managing a project. So I hope you remember in our first session, in the introductory session for DevOps, we discussed about waterfall method, agile method, then DevOps method.
Yes, little.
Okay, no worries. I'll take you through again.
Okay.
Right? Remember this?
Yeah.
We spoke about waterfall method.
Right.
So what is waterfall method? It handles the entire project in a sequential model, right?
Right.
So a customer is coming to you telling their requirement, right?
Correct.
As per the requirement, you architect or design the entire project. Yes, you get the approval from the customer, then send that model or architecture to the development team.
Correct.
They start working on that, they develop the project, and then it goes for testing. Then it goes for deployment, and then according to the feedback, it goes to maintenance or the rework of the development. Correct?
Right.
So entire project is worked as a whole task, as one task. Correct? And it is followed in the sequential method. However, this is like very old method, right? The first method that we did, right?
Okay.
What was the disadvantage there? We all did this, right? Okay, no worries. So first of all, because we are taking the entire project as one task, right? So it's challenging to, by the time it reaches to the end, the last stage of deployment, right? And then we get the feedback, and imagine then you get to you need to change something and you have to go back to the development phase or the designing phase.
Yes.
And second of all, it would take so long time that sometimes the relevance of the project is also gone. For example, you think like today I want to develop a learning management system. Correct?
Right.
I told someone, connected to some developer team, and they gave me an architect like, okay, this is all we are going to do. This whole process takes 6 months, 8 months or something. By then this lockdown is over and this entire project doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
Right? Everyone is back to work. Correct? No? So this was the reason it was so long time taking, that unexpected results, and because of the changing requirement, it doesn't suit anywhere.
Correct.
There's no way that we can change the project in mid of somewhere. I have to wait for the entire process to complete, then we can follow the sequence. right? So this is the reason we moved to agile methodology, correct? So in agile methodology, what we did, we divided a project into certain parts, right? So let's say if you have a e-commerce project that you are working on, so I started taking first as a, let's say, customer portal is one part, correct? The vendor management portal is another part. The transportation could be another part. So one by one, stage by stage, we would develop, deploy, and launch, right? So have you seen, like, sometime you see you go to some website or use some application, and there you would see that some particular new feature is available, right? So that feature is developed, tested, and launched, correct? And still it is in demo or beta version, right? So they are waiting for the feedback from the users or the deployment team. Once it is done, then it would be launched, correct? Though the other part is working meanwhile, it's not that the other part is stopped. But if let's say I am working on the transportation side of my entire project, so other two of my project are working fine, they are operational, but this learning part would be like under observation, it would be under beta until it is deployed, correct? No, correct. So this is what we have to follow in agile method.
That is sprint. So sprint is,
in sprints are the parts or of my project or the units of my project that I have divided in an higher level, correct? So this is better than the waterfall method. At least my work starts, right? However, it has its own disadvantages as well, correct? No, what are the disadvantages? So imagine my entire project I have divided in certain parts, and every part is going through this entire method, right? In between, so my part 1 is successfully launched, part 2 is successfully launched, and my entire team is like it's manual dependency, right? In between, one of the team changes. What would happen? The continuity would break, right? And this would delay my project. Correct. Every issue that affects any of this step or any of my unit or sprint, it would affect my delivery of the project.
Right.
Correct? No? So this is a good method. We still follow this. However, we are rapidly moving toward where? DevOps.
Okay.
Yes. So you see, this was the method we traditionally followed. Design, then build, then test, then deploy. Correct? These were the milestones. What we call it? Milestones. Then in Agile have its own milestones. So in Agile, we call it, milestones are called epic.
Okay.
Right? So in epic, this every phase would be called what? Under epic, what all would be phases? Issues, correct? And issues would be sorted by what? Task. Right? So I said, this is my, let's say, this is my one project of my learning portal, correct? Now in this learning portal, I divided into certain milestones that, okay, my virtual classroom is ready. That is one milestone. Correct. Then what we would call this milestone?
Epic.
Right? Now this would have certain features. Right? So if that's features, we would be called issues. Right? And these issues would be divided into a small tasks. Like the user should have, let's say, online class and self-defined class. All would be divided into certain tasks. So as soon as you complete this task, your issue is met, and this issue is met, and then we completed one milestone or one epic. Correct? Now if there is something missed, right, or there is some feedback, we call it bug. Right? So and then what is feature? So feature is something that that represent a part of the software or the component which can be moved from one part to the other part,
Okay.
right? That can be continued.
Correct.
No? Now then there would be test cases, there would be user stories. So these are the parts of a agile setup. Correct.
Okay.
So mostly, if you see right now, we if on the dashboard we would be looking all these parts. Correct. So let's move there. All right. So I have uploaded this lab manual for you. Let me see. This is, so this would help you to practice. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you see work item. So what is work item? So work item is the unit of work related to your project. Correct? So for example, provisioning a work web app, right? So work item is the part of project web app automation. Correct. So like this, we be creating work items. We'll give a title, description, start date, when to complete, to whom to assign. All this we can manage, right? And a work item could be available in 3 processes. So if you select basic process, then these would be the, you see here, agile and basic. Correct? So if we go for basic, right, you will get these.
Okay.
These 3 steps. Epic, issue, and task. Right? So under Epic,
just say my list.
Right. Let's go here. It would give you more clarity. Alright. So first create a new item. Okay. So it is Epic.
Okay.
So are you we are creating first Epic. Okay. Under Epic, what would be there? Issues. Under issues, task. So first we'll create a Epic. Okay. So these 2 are going to be my gateway. So one part is when people go for when my membership form is ready.
Okay.
So anyone who log in, they can enroll themselves, and then let's say another is payment gateway, right?
Okay.
So these 2 I can say as a Epic, milestone or Epic. Okay. Let's go there now. Okay. Now under it, what we are going to add?
Issues.
Okay. Right? So what are the issues under the membership form? What is the sign up? Right? Then let's say sign in. Put sign in. Right? So these are the issues under Epic.
Okay.
Correct? Okay. Now I have how I'm going to complete my sign up issue? How? We have to get into that and create task.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if I go under issues, these are the 3 issues that we have defined. Now we have to define task under issues. Okay. Right? So you see, at the micro level, you are going and defining each and every component and the task and the action of your project. Okay. And your project manager can see the development and the timeline of each and every component.
Okay.
So you want to say, okay, our main membership portal is about to be ready, right? So he can exactly see which point it is still stuck in and who is the person who is assigned for it. Okay. Right? Okay. So this cannot be go through like, okay, I have done, he's not doing. Everyone, each and every member, each and every assignee can be monitored individually.
Okay. Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
So, you see, the basic work item flow goes like epic, issue, and task.
Okay.
So, an epic can have multiple issues, an issue can have multiple tasks. Right?
Okay.
So, and then we can make a workflow like there could be 3 stages of each task. Right?
Okay.
One is to do, means it is pending.
Okay. Okay.
Another one is doing. Doing means it's going on, we are working on, right? And done means it's completed.
Okay.
What if you said you have done and then you got a feedback, no, you have to redo it. So it can be moved again to
Okay.
to
Okay.
do. It can go backward as well.
Okay.
Yes. So this is how we can manage. So once we have completed a task and we change its status as done.
Done.
But then the client gave the feedback, no, you have to add this or feature, this is not suited to you. So as a manager, I'll pick it and put it again to do.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Okay. I might add some more task and put it to do.
To do. Okay.
Right? Okay. So let's see. You see here, have a look at the top of the column. What are the labels?
To do.
To do,
okay.
Doing, and done. So right now all my tasks are showing where? Under to do.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
Now you keep moving it to doing or done. Simple. Yes.
It changed.
So it's a status change. Okay. Correct. Now it is done. Move it to done. Correct.
Okay.
So I have this option to manage my entire project.
And I can move it back also, right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Now at this moment it's unassigned. Correct.
Okay.
So I would assign it to some of my user that we have to register already under my users. Right now I don't have anyone. Then I'll put a description what all I want you to do. Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And then if we had in discussion, right? So my other whoever I have assigned, they can come and comment here.
Okay. Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Oh, okay.
Right. You can relate some works here. You can add them up. Correct. And then save and close. Right.
Okay.
Fine. Now when you will click on this, you will see all the status. What all is the status? So I have a detailed description of my task, to whom it is assigned, what is their status, which phase, if there is any comment by them, all I can see here. You can go to see and one comment, you will see that comment.
Okay.
Correct? Okay. So anyone, all the users who are assigned can come and comment here, right? And they can leave their feedback. Correct?
Okay. So it's a completely project management tool, right?
Yes, absolute project management, and it's a kind of dashboard for my project timeline.
Okay. Okay.
What are the backlogs that has not been completed yet? Correct.
Any work which is not completed is a backlog.
Yes.
And this is sprint.
So in this backlog, all the pending tasks which has not been started yet, correct, would be defining here. So if I would have assigned someone, the assignee would also be showing up here. Correct? Right? Assigned to whom? Right? What is the state? Correct? Okay. All this would be showing here. Right? And okay, you can add new work item here. Okay. Now let's go and see in sprint also. So collapse it all. Okay, so these are the 3 sprints. So if you remember that presentation, we created 3 different sprints. Every sprint was developed, tested. All right. So collapse all.
Okay.
So these, in my one sprint, I have these 3 tasks or the 3 to do. Right. Now, if you want, you can create more sprints. Right.
Okay.
So every sprint have its own process, can have its own process. You can create a new sprint, you can assign it to someone, you can define its own workflow. Right?
Okay.
Now you see, so how much you are planning. Right?
Okay. Sure.
Now you can create a new work item here. Hello?
So
all right. Now you can add your own work items.
Okay.
For this sprint. That what all we did, that was for sprint 1. Now this is the new sprint. Correct. So you can define your entire divide your entire project in multiple sprints. Correct. And you can define its workflow items. It would have its own environment. Right now. Now we will be creating a new project in agile method. What we did now was basics. Right. Now let's create in a agile method.
Okay.
Right. Now let's select agile.
Okay. So it means that my organization is doing project in any of the process.
They can follow this.
Sure.
Even if they are into Scrums, it could be CMMI, it could be agile, it could be basic. So they can follow their own. They are free to follow their own process.
Okay.
All right. So now this agile would have its own way of. So now you see this many components they have.
Okay.
Now they have epic, issue and task along with feature, test case and user story. Correct? Okay. So epic, issue and task we know. Right? What is? And then you see bug is separately. Bug is something that someone reported that this feature is missing. All right. For example, you can take the backup, right? But while restoring, it missed to enlarge the if I want to restore it on a bigger disk, right? So it would not allow me to pick a bigger disk. So that is a miss, right? And then when they would this software would go in the market for a beta version, people will start reporting the bug. Right? Okay. So this is what we will call it a bug, right? And then there is feature, test case and user story. Okay. So user story is again like the beta version, people would come back and give their feedback, right? They would tell how this is helpful or not helpful. They would tell their experience. That is user story, right? Okay, understood. Then come test cases. Okay, so what is test case? When we test a particular feature. Okay. Right. So let's say on my portal, I launched a self-paced study feature. Right. Now the users are able, if they want to test it, if someone tests that particular feature and then they create a story, that case study, then we'll call it test cases.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay. Okay.
Now, wait. Right? Okay. So here you can understand it better. So an epic would have features. A feature can have user story and the task, right? And then there would be issues separately.
Okay.
Right?
Got it. Yeah.
So now, if it is bug, then under the bug there would be different tasks to fix it, and we can assign this to different people in my team.
Okay.
Obviously, for every feature there would be someone dedicated for the tasks. Correct, na?
Correct. Correct.
Yes. So again, when we go to test, then there is the test plan, test suite, test case, right? So there's certain process you follow under the test also. Correct. So here, so first we are going to create epic. Under that we are going to create features as we did. But now there would be a change that we'll create user story and task. Fine.
So
New item. Fine. We selected epic. Now. Okay. Now I can select epic, feature or the stories.
okay. Okay.
So we have creating epic first.
Okay.
Fine. Now under this, what you can add is a feature. You see, new feature. So you can put a new feature here.
Okay.
Yes. Right. You see that it says agile method. Now you can put the description, you can put the discussion, you can set the priorities, you can set a start date, you can see to whom to assign this, all that you can manage it from here. Correct? No?
Okay.
Correct. So you can manage feature from here.
Okay. So it's
Basically.
a business feature or architecture
Right.
feature. Understood. But this is mainly for a project manager, right?
Of course, this is not for the technical people.
Hmm.
Even the project manager there are so many software are available in the market for the project management only. No matter which platform you are developing your project, right? Now I can add here the user story. Correct?
Okay.
Now you can put your user story here, right? Put the title, right? And it is unassigned.
Okay.
Yes. You can assign it to someone. You can set up other details, right? It is an architectural task. Okay, put a description, put a discussion, right? And save it.
Okay.
Yes. So under Epic, there's feature. Under feature, there is user story, and under user story, there is task.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Right?
So there the task is coming issues.
Right.
Hmm. Now I'm getting it. Okay. I can create multiple tasks. Huh?
Yes.
Yes, I got now.
Got it?
Yeah. But I think that there is something we can use MPP also, no? Microsoft Project Management.
Yes, there are so many applications available.
Hmm.
Microsoft Project Management, then there is Team, there's so many other applications which can help you with the project management.
But I think it's more easy because you have a drag and drop.
But in case you have an entire setup on Azure only, right? So you would not want to go to other portal or another application. You are already working on this, and your all entire project is already linked here. Correct now. So this would be the easier dashboard for you to manage.
Okay. We can create a bug also.
Yes, it is reported as bug.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Assign it. Right now, every level can be assigned to different people. Right. So this bug is have an issue and I'll assign it to certain person. Correct. Like that, every you can assign to different team members, different people who are taking care of that part.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay. It's all clear now, I think.
Wonderful. So these are the two we did. Other two we'll do next. Correct? So you see, in the board we are what we are getting. New, active, resolved, and closed.
Okay.
Right? So these are the state of my task. Correct?
But in basic, it was only 3.
Yes. To do, doing, and done. Right? Here it is. I would say like it's new. New is like to do. Right?
Okay.
Active is like we are working on that. Resolved it, but we said like it is fixed. Closed means right.
It's
like
done.
It's done. It's the feedback. Everything is done.
And
It
here
is
also
closed.
I can go back, huh? Okay.
Correct.
Good, ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome, and we'll connect again, and we'll talk about CMMI and Scrum. Correct.
But one last thing, when we will use that basics and when we will use that.
That depends on your company, what process your company follows. Every company have their own different process way of following that.
Okay.
Right. So here, if you see, I have given the details. What you have in mind, how you want to manage your project.
Okay.
So keeping those things, you can select your process.
Okay.
Normally in a company, they have already defined. We are following agile process. They might be already following it.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So that depends on the method of the software, the nature of the company, nature of the team, and they can select a process. Right.
Understood. Yes. Okay.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Have a great day.